Good evening, my dear BITSAT 24 warriors, and today is the lecture where we deal with three major chunks of BITSAT, and that's physics, English part, as well as the logical reasoning part in a single lecture. So, how about seeing some super duper amazing questions for your BITSAT last minute preparation, must do questions for all the 2024 warriors. Remember, BITSAT is not just any random backup examination. It's the best college, private college in the country. So after IITs, triple IITs and the top NITs, a lot of students prefer to go to BITSAT. The fees are little bit on the higher side, but we know that the return on the investment is even higher because the average package in BITS is close to 20 to 25 lakh rupees per annum. So keeping this in mind, make sure your preparation is up to the mark and do not leave any stone unturned. Right? So get ready for the session, and I hope you have marked the attendance and marked yes on the poll as well. And talk about Vedantu J English to your friends as well, because this is the J English channel in the country, which is the only J English channel. And we have been working really hard for all of you for the last couple of years, making sure we prepare you for all kinds of exams. So as you move out of 2024, ensure that you tell your juniors, your batchmates who are going to prepare for 25, 26 to join the channel, because a lot of exciting stuff is going to come on the channel for the next few years preparation. Right? So, hello Vishwa, nice to see you. Hello Rajeshwari. Good evening, good evening. Nice to see all of you out here. Very nice. Good evening, my dear warriors. Good evening. Yeah. So, we're going to start off with probably, I think, yes, English. We're going to start off with English. Okay. Ready, my dear students? Ready, my dear students? Perfect. So, we'll start with English, and I think then we'll have physics, and then we'll have logical questions. The English questions are very straightforward. Either you know it, you get it, or you cannot waste more than 20-30 seconds on each of the questions. Okay. Smash the like button, subscribe, everybody. And remember, there is BITSAT test series also, which is available for all of you. As you are watching this particular video, it's there in the description box as well as the pinned message in the chat box. So if you want to prepare for BITSAT test series is right over here. Okay, so you can click on this link. You have amazing tests, and for all the subjects with performance analysis just for 499 rupees. You can just click buy full course and you will get the entire test series, mock test series for your preparation. Cool. So that's available in the description box as well as the pinned message in the chat box. First question of English on your screen now. Choose the synonyms for the given word for each set, from each set. Repute, okay, discredit, esteem, ridiculous, humiliated. Come on, this is very simple. You are going to study in a very reputed college. Reputed means, it's a very honorable, you feel proud studying in that college or in that institution. So repute has a synonym in one of these options. Which one is it? Discredit means you are not acknowledging the person's effort, you're discrediting. Esteemed college, yes, reputed college. I think esteem is that word. Ridiculous means it is ridiculous. That means it is really funny. It's really shocking and crazy that you can think of this. So it's ridiculous. It's really mocking. So that is the meaning of the word ridiculous. Humiliate means you're insulting someone. So obviously the answer should be esteemed. B option, very good. Sarvana, Ratna, awesome toothpick. Wow, what names you come up with here. Gruti, yes, Yash, perfect. Anushka, awesome. Very cool, very cool. Let's move on to the next question on your screen now. The opposite of the word perilous. Opposite. Be careful when reading the question. Sometimes they are synonyms, sometimes they are opposites or antonyms. So, perilous journey, meaning very difficult journey, very dangerous. The trekkers underwent a very perilous journey to the top of the mountain. That means it was very risky, it was not safe. So carefree is not exactly the opposite. Unknown is also not opposite. Impure, how is it even opposite? Safe, I think, is the right word. So let's find out. Yes, safe is the correct option. How many of you wrote safe? Very good. So opposite is asked. Very good, cool. Yes, opposite was asked. Yes, safe is the correct answer. Very good, Sinchi. So many of you, yes, perfect. Sarvana, awesomeness. So perilous means very dangerous, very risky, very difficult. Okay, the opposite of the word impede. You are impeding somebody's preparation. So let's say, for example, there are students who impede somebody else's preparation by suggesting them unnecessary movies, or suggesting them to play games, or suggesting them to play outside, so that they stop the preparation. You are impeding somebody's preparation, so meaning you're obstructing. So the opposite of that, so obstruct will become like the synonym, it will not become the antonym or the opposite. Advance, I think so. Linger, stop, no. You are lingering around. Champa was walking on the road and Pandu is lingering around Champa. Pandu is lingering around Champa means he is just roaming around. Full time pass he is doing. Exams are over. He is not interested in writing any exams. So Pandu is lingering around Champa. That is the meaning of that. Chuma is wasting his time around someone. Stop means stop, obviously. Advance is exactly the opposite of it. So I think it's option B. Very good. Let's find out how many of you wrote option B. Wow, so many of you have written option B. Very nice. Proud of all of you, my dear warriors. Keep it going, keep the answers coming, keep smashing the like button in case you haven't done so till now. Very good. Awesomeness. Moving on to the next question. He is really feeling under the weather today. He has a terrible cold. So I think the blocked phrase needs to be either replaced, or if there is nothing wrong in it, then you will mark option D, which says no correction required. So this particular part of the statement, will you replace it with feeling like the weather, feeling over the weather, feeling in the weather, or do you think there is no correction required in this? He's really feeling under the weather today. He has a terrible cold. What does it mean? He's feeling under the weather means he's under the clouds or something. Weather is there, weather report is there on the top, and he's under that weather report or something. No, under the weather is just a statement saying that you are feeling low. Right? You are feeling low. The weather is very bright. The weather is very nice, sunny. Okay. So you are under the weather means you are feeling not so great. You are probably sick. So this is exactly how you use the phrase. So I don't think any correction should be required. The answer is D. Very good. No correction required. Very good toothpick. Very good Usha. Very good cool. Very good Nirav. Awesomeness. Some of you went wrong over there. Over the weather, in the weather. No, there is no such phrase as I'm feeling in the weather. And don't use the statement if you're feeling good, I'm over the weather today. Don't say that. Okay, that's not the right thing to do. Okay, so we have two questions. We'll solve both the questions together. By working part-time and looking after his old mother, he managed to get the best for both worlds. Okay, what do you think? The best at both worlds. I think this is the phrase under consideration. The best of both worlds, the best on both worlds, or do you think no correction is required? That's the first question. Next question is, hey nanny, speak about the devil and you are here. Speak at the devil, speak on the devil, speak of the devil, or no correction required. Speak about the devil is the word or the phrase which you need to replace. So two questions at hand. What do you think is the answer for this? Wow, Anand, you're from Kerala. Love you, my dear. Very nice. So a lot of students from Kerala study in the J English channel. I know a lot of students in Kerala do not have a good channel for them to study because you guys understand in English or Malayalam, and we are here for all of you. So all the Malus out there, please spread the word in Kerala, right? We have an amazing team with an amazing channel doing consistent hard work for you guys only. We launched the channel for you people, right? Those who can understand English. Even students from UAE, Dubai, Muscat and so many other places also learn from this channel. Thank you so much for all the love, guys. Okay, so what do you think is the correct answer for this? He managed to get the best for, no, he is getting something from someone. So he's managed to get best of both worlds should be correct. And nanny speak about the devil. No, you speak of the devil. You speak of the devil, not speak at the devil. There is no devil out there. Speak on the devil. You're not sitting on the devil. Okay, speak of the devil. So it's like you're talking about someone and that person suddenly comes into the room. What do you say? Oh, speak of the devil, and you are here. So that is what the phrase is like. So speak of the devil and best of both the worlds. Best of both the worlds. Yes, B and 3. B and C basically. Correct. Many of you got it right. Proud of all of you, my dear warriors. Moving on to the next question on your screen. Well, we have, two sentences, two questions are there. Maybe a part of the statement might have some grammatical error. Which part has an error? That is what you need to tell. If there is no error, you will mark option D. If you mark A in this part, despite being has some error, what error is there? We'll figure out later on. B means this has error. He has no influence on his pupil means C, and no error means D. Same thing over here. Accordingly, you choose the options. If there is no error, mark D. If the statement, some part of the statement has some error, you will mark the corresponding option. Come on, my dear warriors, figure this out. Read the question. As you say it only, you will understand that whether there is some error or not. As you say it, you will only understand is there some problem in that statement or not. Despite being a good teacher, he has no influence on his pupil. I think this word on doesn't seem right. In fact, it should have been, I have no control over the class. You don't say on the class, over the class. Yes, the teacher has no control over the students. You don't say teacher does not have control on the students. Over the students is the right word. And yesterday when we were returning from the party, our car met with an accident, but we were fortunate to reach our homes safely. No error, I think so, because I don't see anything wrong in the next part. Yes, on his pupil, that word on is wrong, and no error in the next part. So my dear warriors, the problem over here was this particular word. So instead of on, it should have been over. It should have been over the pupils. Correct. How many of you got this? Very good. C and D, Sneha, Vishwas, C. Yes, correcto. Tanushka, very good. Awesomeness, awesomeness. Moving on to the next question on your screen. Here it comes. A group of sheep is known as, a group of trees is known as, this is very straightforward. Come on, my dear students, you can easily get this. Easily you can get this. Yep, come on. This is basically collective noun. This is just a collective noun. Come on, my dear warriors. You should be easily able to get it. A group of sheep. Is it called a bunch of sheep? Is it called a herd of sheep? Band of sheep? Fleet of sheep? I don't think so. It is bunch, band or fleet. It is herd of sheep. A herd of sheep. It's a collective noun. When you have many things together, collectively you call it as one single thing. It is called as a collective noun. So that's a herd. A group of trees. Groove, parliament, heap, hedge. Heap, no. It's a heap of toys, you can say. Parliament, no. It's a collection of, those politicians in the same building. So hedge, no. Groove, yes. Groove should be the correct word. Mangrove forest, grooves. He went into the grooves. Grooves means a collection of trees. A bunch of trees together is called as a groove. He drove into the grooves. The road goes into the grooves. So that's a group of trees and a herd of sheep. Okay, very nice. Awesome. Yes, I know BITSAT started. That's why we are here, so that you guys can, get as much as questions as possible and you are prepared up to the mark. In fact, I have also shared the link of the test series which is still available, so you can practice more and more questions. Okay, don't worry. Let's see if you guys know this. What is a group of crows called? Let's see if you can answer it. I have not put it up the question over here, so let's see if you can just figure it out and put the answer in the chat box. What's a group of crows called? What's a group of crows? Yes. What's a group of crows called? Can you put it up in the chat box? Can you type it out quickly? Let's see who is the first one to type it out. Who? Oh yeah. Let's see whether you can put it up. What's a group of crows called? A group of crows. What is a group of crows called? Very good. Some of you have got it. Yes, it is called as a murder. Wow. Who was the first one? It was Nirav. Toothpick. Awesome. Murder. Yeah, crazy, right? To think of it. A murder. A murder of, yes, a group of crows is called as a murder. Yeah. Awesome. Awesome. Perfect. You guys are smart enough. I'm pretty sure you will do well in English. Going on to the physics part, and then we'll go to the logical reasoning. Physics questions coming up on your screen. Here it is. A disk is rolling without slipping on a surface. The radius of the disk is r. At time 0, the topmost point on the disk is at A as shown. when the disk completes half a rotation, then the displacement of the point A from the initial position. Displacement is asked. Displacement is asked. Let's see whether you can figure it out. So let me just show the two simple positions of that particular disk. One is here and let's say one is here. Okay, half a rotation, that's what we are talking about. So half a rotation means this point will come over here, and this distance, because it has completed half a rotation, instead of the complete circumference, it will be half of the circumference, which is pi r. So this distance will be pi r. It has gone by pi r, half a revolution, and this height is obviously 2 times of r. So the question asked over here is the displacement from the initial you join to the final point. From the initial you join to the final point. So the displacement is if, the distance if, which is the hypotenuse of this right angled triangle, which is 2r square plus pi r square. So r is outside, and inside the root you have 4 plus pi square. 4 plus pi square, r outside, that is option number A. What a question, guys. What a question. Isn't it? Everybody with me? Everybody with me? Understood what we just did? Half a rotation is basically moving the disk by pi r. Yes, not 2 pi r. 2 pi r is when it completes 1 revolution, and height wise it has come down by 2 r. So the displacement is the hypotenuse. A lot of people forget and they think the answer should be 2 r, which is C option, which is wrong. Okay, it is not just come down, it's gone forward also. Moving to the next one, the stopping potential versus the frequency of a graph for photoelectric effect in a metal is shown. The Planck's constant is given by, well, if you remember, when you have a graph of potential versus frequency, then the slope of that graph, the slope of the stopping potential versus the frequency is given by h by e. Slope is height by base. The height you can see is basically 16.5. The base you can see is 8 minus 4, which is just 4, is equal to h divided by e value, which is 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19. 10 to the power minus 19. I think the frequency was in some other units. It can't be 8 hertz. I think there is some missing information over here. Probably this was in volts, probably this was in something else, or else you will not get the right power. So solving this, you will get the value of h. So I'm just putting over here 4 into 10 to the power something, that missing information I don't know right now. So the value of h, obviously when you solve it, you should get it as option number A, which is 6.6 10 to the power minus 34. 6.6 10 to the power minus 34. Okay, so we'll get it as 6.6 10 to the power minus 34. I just don't know what exactly was here. Some power of 10, because it can't be 8 hertz for sure, right? It will be into 10 to the power something hertz, into something hertz. Okay, some unit is missing over here. Okay, some printing mistake was there. Anyways, going to the next question on your screen, some capacitors are given and you have been asked what is the equivalent capacitance between A and B. Let's see if you can do this. Good afternoon, Sophia Learning. Good morning, DJ Tilu. I don't know which part of the world are you in, but it is definitely not morning, it is evening. Okay, maybe you are dreaming about someone. Maybe DJ Tilu, you can tell whom are you dreaming about. So first of all, C2 and C3, both are 2 microfarad. So they are also in series. So when you have capacitors in series, don't add them, you use the reciprocal formula. Remember, it's opposite of resistors. So actually the capacitance will become half. So it will be 2 by 2, which is basically 1 microfarad. Now the interesting part is when you redraw the circuit diagram, hello Soumya. So how will it look like? This is A, this one capacitor here, and this capacitor here, and this over here like this, and this over here, this over here, this over here like this, and this is B. All of them are 1 microfarad. Check this out. This is 1 microfarad. This is also 1 microfarad, which we found out. This is also 1 microfarad. Now, if you notice one interesting thing, this point has the same potential as this point, has the same potential as this point. Similarly, this point has the same potential as this point, has the same potential as this point. If you notice, each capacitor is connected between pink and blue, pink and blue, pink and blue. That means all the three capacitors are basically in parallel, if you realize it. Nothing more, nothing less. They are strictly speaking in parallel. So one point is here and the other point is over here. Notice between every capacitor, pink, blue, pink, blue, pink, blue, right? So pink, blue, pink, blue, pink, blue. So all the capacitors are going to be in parallel. So when they are in parallel, what do? You just add the capacitor C1 plus C2 plus C3, which is 1 plus 1 plus 1, which is basically 3 microfarad. 3 microfarad, which is option A. Yes, it is the correct answer. It was just disguised form. This is called as the disguised form, meaning it does not look like series parallel originally unless you make an effort to really find out what it is. And to find out or unmask what it is really, you mark the potentials at different points. Like I marked over here A, B, 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 and then you realize, oh my god, wait a minute, some of them are in parallel, some of them are in series, and so on and so forth. So to unmask, mark the potentials. If you don't have color pencils, which you don't have in the actual exam, you can mark it as V1, 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 V2, V2, V2. That will also do. You will immediately understand the same voltage difference V1 minus V2 exists. Is that clear, my dear warriors? Moving on to the next question on your screen. There is a direct current imposed on another alternating current. The effective value of the resultant current would be how much is the question. Okay. Now, to solve this question, there is a very easy technique. I'll tell you what. See, you have a direct current and you have an alternating current, and you are imposing both of them together, and you want to find the RMS of it. What is the meaning of RMS? RMS, don't say it is V1 square plus V2 square plus this by n whole root or I naught by root 2. No, I'm not asking you the formula. The hidden meaning of RMS is, it is that constant current, for the same power loss. So think about it. The net power will be the power of DC plus the power of AC. Power of DC plus the power of AC. The power of DC, because it's a constant current, it will be 6 square multiplied by R. The power of AC is IRMS square R. So IRMS for AC will be 10 by root 2 whole square multiplied by resistance. And over here, my dear warriors, this is the total net power. And that will be nothing but I, whatever is the RMS whole square multiplied by R. So I squared R is I squared R plus I squared R, but this is DC. So the DC current is 6. But for AC, you never put the peak value. You always put the RMS value, which is 10 by root 2. Maximum by root 2, right? Peak by root 2 is the RMS. That current produces the same loss as that of the AC current. So now in this equation, R just gets cancelled. So IRMS squared will be 6 square, which is 36, plus 100 by 2, which is 50, which is 86. So IRMS will be root of 86. Now we know root 81 is 9. So the answer should be slightly more than 9. That means the answer should be C. Yes, it is C. Without calculation, I can get it. Now this is an easy way to do it. I've seen so many teachers using integration and derivatives and God knows what to solve the problem. But like you know, Shreyas Sir is his own OG teacher, and I have my own techniques and own innovative ways. So without using any integration, derivatives, whatever, we have got the answer. I hope you love this method, and if you love this method and this OG trick, please smash the like button right away right now. Understood, my dear warriors? Perfecto? Very good, very good. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Ayo kiddo, your Srileka is going to go to BITS. Unfortunately, you might not be entering BITS if you are running after someone like this. You will be in some random college. Your Srileka, somebody, no, they will be in BITS. So don't waste your time here. You will just keep spamming over here for somebody. That person will go away. Okay? And you will just keep looking, and you will lose out on a lot of things in life. All right, moving on to the next one on your screen. Transverse waves of the same frequency are generated in the two steel wires A and B. Diameter of A is twice that of B and the tension in A is half that in B. Ratio of the velocities of waves in A and B are. Okay, interesting question on wave velocity. So wave velocity for transverse wave has the formula root of tension by mu, and tension ratio I believe is given, and the diameter ratio is given. Mu is density into area. Area is basically pi d square divided by 4. So it will become root of 4 times tension by rho pi d square. D square can be brought outside. Even 4 can be brought outside. So it will become 2 by diameter outside, d inside, rho and pi inside. This is what the velocity would look like. So it is inversely proportional to diameter and directly proportional to the tension. If you are wondering how I got this over here, when I did this, I used mu is equal to density into area. Density into area, and I have just substituted it. Area is pi r square. Instead of r, I can put diameter by 2, which will make it d square by 4. Okay, going forward, the ratio of the velocities of VA by VB will be dB by dA and root of TA by TB. Diameter of B by diameter of A. Diameter of A is twice of B. Diameter of A is twice of B. Okay, and next thing, tension wise, what is it? The ratio of the tension in A is half that in B. Tension in A is half that in B, so B is half like this. So I think it should be 1 is to 2 root 2. 1 is to 2 root 2, which is option number C. Yes, it is. Option C. How many of you got it? Very good, Manasvi, Kritika. Awesomeness. Jeloji Ashwat. Wow, what a name. Hi, Tamanna. I've taken your names. Very good. Awesomeness. Moving on to the next question. Ready for it? Here it comes. Okay. So we have Young's double slit experiment, and we know that the intensities at different points are different because it depends on the part difference. So for different part difference, intensities are I1, I2. I0 is the intensity produced by each one of the slits, then I1 plus I2 by I0. Okay, straightforward question. First of all, I'll tell you, when you have the part difference as lambda by 4, what is the phase difference? The phase difference will be 2 pi divided by lambda into path difference, which is lambda by 4. Lambda cancels, 2, 4 cancels, 2 remains, so it will be pi by 2. Same way for this guy, when it is lambda by 3, the path difference will lead to some phase difference, which is 2 pi by lambda into lambda by 3. So it will become basically 2 pi by 3. Now let's find out individual intensities resultant for each of these phase differences. Using the formula, resultant intensity is I1 plus I2 plus 2 root I1 I2 cos delta phi, which is very similar to your vector addition formula, but without the squares and all that. So I1 will be I1 over here is the original intensity of one of the sources, which is I0, plus I2, which is I0 again, plus 2 root I0 I1 I2, which is I0 again, into cos pi by 2. Cos 90 is 0, right? So this whole term vanishes. So I'm just getting 2 times of I0 is nothing but I1. Same thing we can do it over here. So what is I2? I2 will be I1, which is I0, plus I2, which is again I0, plus 2 root I1 I2 into cos 2 pi by 3. 2 pi by 3 is 120. Cos 120 is negative half. And this is not I1 I2, it is I0. Okay. So it will become 2 times I0, 2 times I0, plus 2 into I0. Cos 120 is minus half, remember. So 2 cancels, minus 1 plus 2 will make it just I0. Perfect. So going back to this statement, this will be equal to I1. I1 is 2 I0. 2 I0 plus I2. I2 is just I0. The whole thing divided by I0. So this will become 3 I0 by I0, which is just 3:1. So 3:1, which is option number A. Yes, that is the correct answer. How many of you got it? Very good, very good. Ashwath, my dear, please don't spam. I said hello to you. Concentrate on the class. Cool. Shall we go ahead to the next question on your screen? Here it is. Two planets A and B of radius r and 1.5 r have densities rho 1, rho and rho by 2. Ratio of the acceleration due to gravity. Okay, acceleration due to gravity formula, recollect guys. Acceleration due to gravity formula is gm by r square. The radius is different, densities are different, so masses will be different. So mass can be written down as density into volume. Density into volume. Okay, what is volume of a sphere? It is 4 by 3 pi r cube, and this r square is below. So I'll get 4 pi g by 3, 4 pi g by 3. R square cancels, 1 r remains with rho. So rho into r. Rho into r. So basically acceleration due to gravity is proportional to density and radius. So that will make this g1 by g2 is rho 1 by rho 2 r1 by r2. What is rho 1 by rho 2? It is rho by 2. What is r1 by r2? It is r divided by 1.5 is 3 by 2r. Rho gets cancelled. 2 goes on the top. This 2 goes on the top, 3 remains, 2 2s are 4 divided by 3. 4 divided by 3 is option D. Oops, I think we got 3 by 4. Oh, they have asked B to A. Okay, they have asked B to A, correct. So this was G1 by G2. That means G2 by G1 will be 3 by 4. So they have asked B to A, not A to B. That's why the answer is C. We need to be careful what they have asked, because sometimes it happens in the flow, we get some answer, but it's exactly opposite of what they have asked, like it happened here. So we need to check what they have asked. So it was B by A, so that's why 3:4 is the correct answer. Cool guys? How many of you have made these kind of silly mistakes before? Ninad Kulkarni. Ninad, let me tell you how many other sessions you guys want. Right now I'm focusing mainly on advanced, but also I know a lot of students are preparing for BITSAT, especially if you're not confident of advanced, right? So I'll do more sessions, but I need more comments, I need more shares, I need more likes. You might feel sir is selfish, but that is the fact guys. I mean, if I don't see that thing coming from you, I won't be able to, or I won't have that motivation, or I can't, get more sessions for you. So make sure you're sharing, commenting, liking. That is what is required. That is honest truth. Okay, as simple as that. Okay, a conducting loop of radius 10 by root pi centimeter is placed perpendicular to a uniform magnetic field of 0.5 Tesla. The magnetic field is decreased to 0 in 0.5 seconds at a steady rate. The induced EMF in the circular loop at 0.25 seconds is how much? The magnitude is decreased from 0 at a constant rate. Okay, so if it is decreased at a constant rate, that means the EMF produced will also be constant no matter which time you go, right? Awesome. Thank you, Ninad. Thank you so much. Okay, yeah. So what do we do? There is a radius, there is a loop, there is field which is changing. Okay, I think Faraday's law is involved here, and Faraday's law says that the EMF is which is induced, the EMF which is induced is nothing but the rate of change of magnetic flux. Now magnetic flux is nothing but magnetic field into area. So area is pi r square, the whole thing divided by dt. Pi r is constant, so pi and r square outside. So I'll just have rate of change of magnetic field is the induced EMF's magnitude. So pi is pi, r is 10 by root of pi whole square. Rate of change of magnetic field from 0.5 it went to 0 in 0.5 seconds. So the change of the magnetic field is 0.5 minus 0 upon the time taken is again 0.5 seconds. So 0.5 cancels, so root pi square is pi, pi cancels, so 10 square is basically 100. So 100, but everything is in, oh, this is in centimeter. So we need to be little bit careful over here when we do the math, since this was in centimeter. So 10 to the power minus 2 meters square. This is just for centimeter to meter conversion. So this will become 10 to the power 4, and sorry, why did I say 10 to the power 4? This will become 10 to the power 2, and this will become 10 to the power minus 4. Okay, so this will become 10 to the power minus 2 volts. 10 to the power minus 2 volts, which is 10 into 10 to the power 3 minus 3 volts, which is 10 millivolts. Just check this out, 10 millivolts. Yes, option B is the correct answer, 10 millivolts. You need to be careful of the units or else you will get a completely wrong answer. Cool. Moving to the next question. A particle is moving at certain speed, collides with stationary mass, and they stick and move together. Find the combined velocity. Conservation of momentum, that's the concept, I believe. So mass m moving with some velocity collides with stationary mass. After the collision, it becomes a combined mass of 3m. Question is, what is the velocity? So let me call that as u. So conserve momentum. That's all you need to do. Conserve momentum. Initial momentum is mv plus 0. Final momentum is 3m into u. Therefore, u will be mm cancels. It will become v by 3. So v by 3 is option number C. There you go. That is the correct answer. Sometimes they can also ask you what is the energy lost in the collision. So you find the initial energy, find the final energy and subtract it. Okay. Now some of you, I think, who was it? Yes, you asked, sir, what about this 0.25 seconds? This is a useless information. This is a useless information because, read this, it is decreased at a constant rate. Because it is constant rate, whether you take 0.25 seconds or whether you take 0.2 seconds or 0.5 seconds, the answer will remain the same because the slope will be the same. Rate is same. So EMF induced will be a constant. This will be a constant no matter which time you take. That's why it was a useless information. Got it? Chumma, it is there to confuse you. Nothing else. Moving to the next one. Electric field in a certain region is given by this, the electric field of A and B. Okay, dimensional analysis based question, units based question. So they have asked the units of A and B. Okay. So electric field unit must be the same as the unit of A divided by the unit of x square should be also the same as the unit of B divided by the unit of y cube. Okay, let's do this part by part. Electric field is Newton per coulomb. This is A, which I don't know. X is meters, I believe. Yeah. So it will be meter square. So the unit of A will be Newton meter square per coulomb. Newton meter square per coulomb is only there in option B. You don't even have to check the other options. You can see that right over here. This is obviously wrong. This is also wrong. This is also wrong. This is meter cube. So this is the only correct one which is there. So you can save your time in the exam like this. But by chance there are two options with the same thing, then you will have to proceed. You would have no other option. So electric field has a unit of Newton per coulomb. Volt per meter is also there. But I saw Newton is more beneficial because I saw the options. So always look at the options. Sometimes you might get some hint. So unit of B, I don't know. Unit of Y is meter. So meter cube over here. So the unit of B is Newton meter cube per coulomb. Newton meter cube per coulomb is right over here. This is wrong. This is again wrong. My God, somebody made the options so simple. I mean, there is no ambiguity at all. Option B it is. Moving on to the next one. Okay. Where to follow the resources? Are there some videos regarding so Venkat, let me tell you. So for all the students who are wondering where are the resources, as you are watching this video on the channel, just go to the channel and just search for BITSAT. Oops, BITSAT. Yeah, on the channel over here, not over here, here. Okay. So when you do that, you will see there are playlists, there are videos, okay, on it. Okay. So we have done lot of mock tests over here. You can just search through these videos. You can just practice all the questions, number one. Second option is you have these test series meant for all of you. Okay. This particular test series, which is there in the description box, which is called as a BITSAT test series. Click on this link. It will take you to the BITSAT test series. It has all kinds of questions for you. So these are the two options for your practice which you can use. Is that clear? All right. Let's move ahead to the next one. There is a bicycle tire. It is filled with air at some pressure and temperature. When the temperature increases, what will happen to the pressure? It will also increase. Now tell me one thing, that in a tire, the tire is of a fixed width, fixed radius, so the volume cannot change. So in this particular problem, the volume is a constant. If volume is a constant, pressure is directly proportional to temperature. So P2 by P1 is T2 by T1. Pressure 2 is what we need to find. Pressure 1 is 270. Temperature 2 is 36, which is 9 more than 300. Okay, so this is 300 on 9, sorry, 309. T1 is 27 degrees Celsius, which is 300 Kelvin. Remember, temperature is always in Kelvin. 0, 0 cancels. You can see these are all nice numbers out here. In fact, you can see 3 goes with 27, 9 times, right? The 0 is still remaining over here, and you can just shift it on the other side and you will definitely get the answer. Just check it. If you get it as 278 or something, or it will be slightly more. Oh my gosh. Okay, yes, it will be slightly more. It won't be 270. Of course, it can't be 268. 360 is too much more. So I guessed it is 278. Did you understand? How did I guess it? Okay, because check this out. 270 can't be the answer. Pressure is not the same. Okay, this is eliminated. This is less. This can't be true because temperature has increased. 360 is too high. So C seems to be reasonably high, which is the correct option. Okay, that's how I can guess the answers also at times. Okay, fair enough, my dear warriors. Understood how things work. So you have to be really open-minded. You have to be really on your toes in the examination hall. There is a proton with some speed in a magnetic field entering at 30 degrees the radius of curvature of the path. Okay, so when you throw a charged particle at an angle in the mass and the charge in the magnetic field like this, the path taken is a helical path. So it takes a helical path, if you remember, and the radius of that helix is mv sine theta divided by qb. That's all. So you know the mass by charge ratio, I think, or E by m is 10 to the power 8. So charge by mass ratio is 10 to the power 8. Velocity is 3 into 10 to the power 5. Sine theta, which is sine of 30 degrees, the whole thing divided by magnetic field, which is 0.3 Tesla. So you can see over here 3 gets cancelled. Powers of 10, if you ignore, sine 30 is basically half, which is basically 0.5. So the answer should contain 5 into 10 to the power something without even solving. Did I miss something over here? Just check it out. I think it should be 0.5 centimeters or something. Just check it out. Okay, 3 will cancel. 10. So sine theta is half. So half is 0.5. So I think the answer should be 0.5. I don't know why they have marked it as 2. Okay, so just check if the answer comes out to be as 0.5. Yes, it should be 0.5 centimeters. Okay, I'll get it corrected. So powers of 10 method. Okay. Next, electric potential. If you wonder what is powers of 10 method, for those of you who are new, imagine there is a number like this, 2 point, or let's say 20 point, let's say 20 into 10 to the power minus 3 into 0.004, the whole thing divided by 10 multiplied by 0.001 multiplied by I don't know, maybe 5 multiplied by 20, something like that. So what you do is forget all the decimals, zeros and powers of 10 and only concentrate on the numbers like 2, 4, forget the decimals, then over here 5 and then 2. Did you understand what I just said? Just forget all the zeros, decimals, powers and just concentrate on the numbers, pure numbers. 5 2s are 10. So now again this becomes 10, so forget it. So what is remaining? 2 into 4, which is 8. So the answer will be 8 into 10 to the power something. So whichever option has 8 into 10 to the power something or 0.08 or 0.8 or 0.008, you will mark that. That is ignoring the powers of 10 and decimals and zeros. Cool? Isn't it a fascinating technique? Okay, so that's a very important trick which you should know. Moving on. Potential is given, what is the field? Guys, if potential is given, to find the field, field is dV by dx, dV by dr. That's the formula. So electric field is negative dV by dx over here. So negative derivative of this whole thing, which is 5x square plus 10x minus 4. So it will be minus 5. X square's derivative is 2x minus 10. This minus goes. And x's derivative is 1 and constant's derivative is 0. So it will be minus 10x minus 10. That is the electric field. But the question says that x equals to 1. So electric field at x is equal to 1 will be minus 10 into 1 minus 10, which is minus 20 volts per meter. So minus 20 volts per meter is option number D. Yes, option number D is the correct one. Got it, my dear warriors? Straightforward. Cool. Shall we go ahead to the next one? Awesome. Come on, keep it going, keep it flowing. The resistance of a wire is 5 ohms. New resistance if it is stretched 5 times of the length. Common question. This was also done as a standard model in your JEE mains, if you remember. Your resistance depends on the length as well as the area. A lot of you might think since its length is increased 5 times, the resistance will also increase 5 times. But you need to also understand the area will also change. So you need to take that into account. In fact, the volume will remain constant. The area is volume divided by length, because if you remember, area into length is volume. So area is volume divided by length. And this is which remains constant in such problems of stretching specifically. So it will become rho by volume into length square. So resistance is directly proportional to the square of the length. So clearly if length is made 5 times more, the square of it will be made 25 times more. So the resistance will be 25 times more. So what was the original resistance? What was the original resistance? It was 5 ohms. So 5 ohms will be made 25 times more, which is 125 ohms, which is option C. That is the correct one. Okay. So length doubles, resistance will become 4 times. Length triples, it will become 9 times. Length becomes 5 times, the resistance will become length becomes 5 times, the resistance will become 25 times. So that is what the correct answer would be. Okay, such tricky questions can come. I hope you guys are ready now for logical reasoning. Full excited, full josh. Put some fire in the chat box. Yes, different. English is over at the beginning only. We started with English, we went to physics. Now we are coming on to logical reasoning. Ready for it? Ready for it? Okay. Come on, put some fire in the chat box. If you have not yet smashed the like button, do that right away, right now. Awesomeness. Great. Let's move. First question on your screen. Which of the following cube in the answer cannot be made based on the unfolded cube in the question figure? So check for the 3 adjacent sides and see if they are in the correct order, and are they really adjacent or not? Are they really adjacent or not? If they are not, then it will not be correct. Which cannot be made. The question is which cannot be made. Okay. So probably let me just make a duplicate of this so that we can discuss. I'll just show you. For example, this one. For example, if I open this one, I'm just looking at option number A. Okay. I'm just concentrating on option number A. If I open that, what will happen? I will get that cross. On the side, if I open the box, I will get that dollar, whatever. And over here, I will get those 2 circles. Do I have such a place over here? Just check it out. Yes, I think so. I can even open it with the dollar symbol. Yes, definitely. I can definitely get it. Dollar is there. And if I close this, like this, definitely I will get this. Definitely I will get this. Perfect. There is no problem at all in this. I mean, you can just visualize this. Once this closes, the cross and the circle will be, on the top and on the side, and this dollar will be on the right hand side or in the front. Perfect. You can definitely make this. There is no problem at all. What about option number B? Let's try to make this option number B. Is there a problem in option number B or not? So at star and hash, okay. So it seems like they are not adjacent, but actually they are adjacent, because if you put that star below, remember when you fold this, this hash will go on the side, the star will go below this dollar symbol behind. So try to visualize that. But are they in the correct order or not? Well, let's figure that out. If I close them, okay, then you know what will happen? The star has gone below. Let me tilt the box slightly up. So probably I will have the symbol at over here, and this hash will be here, and that star which was below will come over here. Oh, there is a problem. The order is not correct. Wrong order. This is definitely the wrong order. So which cannot be formed. I directly got it as option B. I don't even have to check other options. Yes, option B is the box which cannot be made. No, it is not C. Okay, no, it is not C. You can see hash, star and at. You can make it if you want. I will just create a duplicate for that. Hash, star and at can be made. Check this out. If you just look at these three, if you fold them, okay, what will happen is you will get this particular box over here. This dollar is there, okay, this at is there, and this hash is also there. Now you basically put that hash on the top, and tilt it. Okay, you just tilt it, you just topple it over and turn it. Just if you want, bring that at on this right hand side. So do these operations, turn it and then topple it over. You will see you will exactly get this option C, which is possible. Option B is not possible. Got it? The only trick to solve these questions is you should be comfortable with opening and closing the box. That's it. I mean, you should be able to visualize that, you know, how the sides will come. Especially if you have played with Rubik's Cube, no, these questions becomes very easy. Rubik's Cube, like the transformations which happen. You turn one thing and then turn it the other way. Okay, you turn a box and then turn it the other way and then topple it like this. How will it look like? So just try to solve in your head, or probably in the book only, these kind of things. I mean, you don't even have to download the questions. Just try it on your own. Just make a box and think what will happen or how will it look if I turn it in the front, if I turn it in the back, which sides will come on the top. If I turn it like this, which sides will be visible, which sides will be hidden. If I turn it once like this and then turn it like this, then which sides will be visible, which sides will be hidden. Just try it out couple of times for, you know, some fight and diagrams. You will be an expert in this. It's not very difficult. Yeah? Understood? Cool? Who is that? Karunja. All right. Hello, Johnny. Yeah. Okay, great. Are these important questions? Obviously, they are important questions. Okay, moving on to the next one. Select the related word number from the alternatives. Distance is to odometer, hygrometer is to what? Okay. Distance, odometer. Odometer means what? It measures odor? No. Odometer means the device which measures the distance which has traveled. Is there in your vehicle? Your vehicle has traveled 70,000 kilometers, 20,000 kilometers. So it's a distance measuring device. Odometer measures distance. So hygrometer measures what? Hygrometer measures what? It will measure humidity. Yes, not pressure. Pressure is measured by barometer or manometer. Thickness, you can use vernier caliper or micrometer screw gauge. Wind, I mean, wind, what do you mean? Like, wind does not measure anything. Yeah, we can measure wind using something else, like venturimeter and all of that. Okay, so definitely not the correct answer. Choose the alternatives from the given ones that will complete the series. Interesting. Just check this out. Come on, my dear warriors. Yes, Janvi, I'll do more sessions, but you know what? I'm being very honest with this. I will need a lot of more love and support and comments and likes and shares from you and your batchmates, the community who is working or studying and preparing for BITSAT, to watch the lectures here. That is as honest as I can be, because that is what I will need for me to conduct more sessions. So spread the word across all your channels, status, whatever. Okay, that's all I would need. Okay, so what do we do? 22, 26, 53, 69, 194. One thing is that it is continuously increasing. Let's find the difference between all of them. So let me just write down the numbers: 22, 26, 53, 69. Finding few differences only will give me the correct answer, maybe sometimes. So the difference between these two is basically 4. The difference between these two, just check this out. Yes, 26 and 53, 4, 7, 27. Oh, I think I know what is probably happening. 2 square. So 4 is basically, just check this out, 2 square. 27 is 3 cube. Most likely 2 square, 3 cube, either it is 4 raised to 4. No, it is 4 square. Yes, because the difference between them is 16. Definitely. Perfect. So what will be the next thing? It will be 2 square, 3 cube, 4 square. So it will be 5 cube. So that means it will be 125. What will be the next thing? It will be square. So it will be 6 square. Yes, which is basically 36. So that's how it will go. So you had 69, then you had 194. So the difference between them is 125. So 194 plus 36, guys. Obviously it is 230. 230. How many of you got it? Very good, Karanan. Awesome. Yep. Yes, that is the correct answer. Wow. Very good. So usually the method of differences will work when it is a perfect increasing or decreasing series and it is not increasing like crazy. I mean, the increase seems to be pretty much rational. I mean, it is not like exponential increase or some haphazard increase, sudden decrease. So this method of differences will not work that time. Okay. So this is a trick which you can use for these kind of questions. Next one, M is the son of P, Q is the granddaughter of O, which is the husband of P. How is M related to O? That's the question. Okay. Come on, let's see if you guys can solve this. My dear warriors, figure this out. Start drawing a family tree. Always in a family tree, husbands, wives, brothers, sisters are at the same level. Sons, daughters down. Mothers, fathers up. Grandfathers even on the top. Granddaughters even more below. Niece will come down. So you have to make levels. Then it becomes very, very easy to solve. M is the son of P. So P, here M is the son. That means he is a male. I might need it because mother, daughter, father, so many things are there. So you go down like this. Then what else is there? Q is the granddaughter of O, who is the husband of P. O is the husband of P. So P definitely has to be a female. Has to be a female. Whose husband, O is the husband of P. O is the husband, that means O is a male over here. Perfect. And Q is the granddaughter of O. So granddaughter of O is also the granddaughter of P. So granddaughter, who is it? Q. So Q is a granddaughter, that means she is a female. And these two are together always, obviously. So I'm just going to put them together, husband and wife. Both of them had a daughter, had a son who is a M, male. Okay, perfect. How is M related to O? M is the son of O. Can you not see that? M is basically the son of O. So the answer should be A. Yes, it is A. That's how you make a family tree. That's how you make a family tree. Understood, my dear warriors? Is that clear? Everybody with me? Okay, perfect, perfect, awesome. So always remember, family tree helps you a lot. Okay, moving on to the next one. Sing is written down as UKPI, then take will be written down as. Okay, let's see, is there some relation? RSTU. Okay. S, if I go to U, I'll have to put plus 2 alphabets. I, HIJK. Okay. I to K is also plus 2. LMN OP. Oh, again plus 2. GHI. Okay, plus 2. So guys, just move 2 alphabets in the front. That's all. So, come on. RST UV. So V will come next. ABC. C will come next. HIJK. L M. M will come next to next. And EFG. G will come next. VCMG. You don't even have to look at the options to solve it. Solve it independently and then mark the option. Yes, VCMG is the correct answer. So just add 2 alphabets ahead and you will get the answer. Yep, option number A. Very good, very good, very good. Moving on to the next one on your screen. Find the odd man out. Pack, packet, bundle, glass. Very simple. I mean, like, really you should be absent-minded to not solve this. Really absent-minded if you are not able to solve this. What is the answer? Pack, packet, bundle, glass. Yes, pack, collection, packet, collection, bundle, collection, glass is not a collection of anything. Answer should be glass. Obviously, D for ID Delhi. Very good. Vivekansh, different, very good, smart people. Pandit, oh my god, wow. Rajeshwari, very good, different, very good. Soumya, very good. Perfect, toothpick, vanilla, very good. Moving on to the next question. What do we have? Okay, we have statements. These are the 2 statements and some conclusions. So which conclusion is correct? Based on that, statements. Assume that no cow is a chair. No cow is a chair. So we draw a set of cows. This is a set of cows. And we'll draw a set of chairs. No cow is a chair. So this is how it will be. No cow is a chair. Perfect. All chairs are tables. So there are many possibilities. All the chairs are tables. Could be one possibility like this. This is one possibility 1. Possibility 2 is all the chairs are tables. Could also be this. This is possibility 2 and so much more. So many more possibilities are there. So let's try to think which of these options will then be always correct. Always correct. Come on, my dear warriors, think about it. Some tables are chairs. Is this correct? Some tables are chairs. If all the chairs are table, obviously some of the tables will be the chairs. So definitely there is nothing wrong over here. Some tables are cows. Some tables are cows, possible. But in the green one, none of the tables were cows. Did you see that? None of the tables were cows. So this is not always true. Some chairs are cows. No, no chair is a cow. No cow is a chair. So third is also wrong. No table is a cow. That is also wrong. Some table can be cows. Some table may not be cows. You cannot predict for sure. So fourth is also not always true. Only first statement is always true. That means option C should be correct. Let's find out. Yes, option C is correct. Very nice. So always for such kind of questions, draw a Venn diagram and think of all the possibilities. That is the trick to solve these questions. Show a Venn diagram and think of all the possibilities, and it should be true every time. Only then it can be called as a conclusion. It's not a possibility. It's a conclusion. Conclusion is always true. So only when all the situations lead to the same answer, then only you can mark it. That's the meaning of conclusion. Okay? Okay. So those were the questions which I had for all of you. My dear warriors, I hope you guys enjoyed this session a lot. Smash the like button quickly. And remember, if you want to practice more sessions, then we have the BITSAT test series for just 499 rupees. Okay, the link is also pinned in the comments and the chats. You can also see, you can go to the description box and you can buy it for 499 rupees. You can use it for your second BITSAT attempt as well. Okay, not just that, you will get good amount of practice of all the subjects, all the types of sections that are there in BITS, which is very important because syllabus is more or less same, but the pattern you would have realized is way different than mains, and your strategy, what you used in mains will not work here, and you need really high scores for getting into the top-notch branches in BITS. Let me tell you that. Okay, it's not a cakewalk. Don't think, oh, very few people will write BITSAT. No, the competition is very tough. There are many students who will even give up IIT seat to enter into BITS. Keep that in mind. Okay, so fight really hard, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Smash the like button, share it with your friends for more such sessions. Thank you very much. Captain Shreyas signing off. Hasta la vista.